What if Alpha Omega Miracle Home did not exist?
That is a good question. What if Alpha Omega Miracle Home did not exist?
I want to say I'd be on the streets, but I wouldn't let that happen. So I'd probably go back to their dad, which would probably be a long-term worse off situation than being on the streets would have been.
I had nowhere to go. My parents had enough. I had no one to lean on. I had no job. I had no money saved up. I had nothing.
A lot of the women that come to Alpha Omega Miracle Home come with some type of baggage. They come, whether they believe it or not, with some type of abuse, whether it's verbal abuse or physical abuse.
They don't know the value of themselves. They don't know their own self-worth. And that's part of our job, is to show them the beauty inside of them that they don't see.
I had heard about Alpha Omega when I was incarcerated. I still have a journal from when I was incarcerated. I had a bunch of options written out on what I might do, and I remember Alpha Omega was one of them.
There are many wonderful charities in St. Augustine doing good work, a lot of it on behalf of homeless. And there are charities across the nation who are doing very good work. There is no other charity that is bringing young mothers and children and seniors together and helping them to form these surrogate families. It's very unique. If we didn't exist, the women who are here now would be living on the street, and that's unacceptable.
What I did not determine whether or not I got to come into the program, and that was huge. It was about what I wanted. It was about who I wanted to be, what I saw for my life.
While I'm here at Alpha Omega, I plan to obtain my associate's degree, and I want to do that in early childhood education.
That is one wheel that's always working, is to get someone back into school. And then we partner with First Coast Tech and St. John's River State College to make sure that that woman is able to stay in school. And if she has hit a wall, needs extra tutoring, that we can reach out through Learn to Read St. John's and have tutors come in, or tutors through First Coast Tech.
I think having someone believe in you when you can't believe in yourself gives you that hope that you need.
Being at Alpha Omega was so important in my rebuilding of my relationship with Hunter because I had stability. I had constant. There was a nice, warm, safe home for him to come to, and he knew that his sister and I lived there, and that was our home, and when he came, it was his home too.
Kelly required a lot of our resources to help her get back on her feet with her children. Everything from transportation to every article of clothing. She came with a trash bag in her hand when she arrived. In addition to housing single mothers and their children, we also house homeless senior women. These women are paired with a young mother who's also homeless, and they form a surrogate family.
God is so good. He answered my prayer. He sent me Mother Mary.
Mary is a senior resident, and they've just become wonderful friends and really had taken on a mother-daughter role.
My name is Mary Waters. I was born in Palatka, November 3rd, 1941.
She helps me with Josephina because I go to night school, and she watches her for me. She's my adopted family because I'm so far from home.
Miss Stephanie from Alpha Omega called me last year and told me that a family wanted to buy Christmas for my children. But God working through them to bless my children wasn't enough. He wanted to bless me too. And they had been informed that I did not have a driver's license, and they wanted to help. At the time, I had been walking, riding my bicycle, depending on other people, or taking taxis to daycare, school, work, the grocery store. And it was just a really difficult time in my life, especially with a toddler. So Mr. and Mrs. Rains told me that if I saved half of the money for my driver's license, that they would provide the rest.
For me, it's kind of like, I'm not rich. I'm far from rich. I have a little bit of money, but I work hard for my money. If $300 can make that big of a difference in someone else's life, I don't need the $300 that bad.
What was a hopeless dream suddenly became an obtainable goal. Within 2 months, I had saved the money, and I was, for the first time in 2 years, a licensed driver.